Stop believing the lie that gray hair is just bad genetics or getting old. For millions of seniors, that silver hair isn't a sign of aging, it is a sign of starvation. Your hair follicles are starving for specific enzymes that keep the color alive. If you feed them, they can wake up. In this video, I am going to show you the 6 specific foods proven by science that act like natural hair dye from the inside out. We aren't talking about expensive supplements. We are talking about a grocery list that can stop the bleaching process and restore your natural color. If you want to turn back the clock, you need to watch this. Welcome back to our community. I'm so glad you're here because today we are tackling a subject that hits close to home for so many of us. You look in the mirror and you see the vibrancy fading, replaced by a coarse, wiry gray that just doesn't feel like you. It can feel like your body is giving up, but I want you to reframe that thought right now. That gray hair is simply a biological signal. It is your body waving a flag saying, I am missing the raw materials to build color. The medical term for this is achromatrichia, but we can just call it the pigment factory shutting down. When we are young, stem cells in our hair follicles called melanocytes work overtime to inject pigment into every strand of hair. As we age, these cells don't necessarily die right away. They often just go dormant or get damaged by oxidative stress. The key is to protect what you have and reactivate what is sleeping. We are going to walk through a protocol of 6 specific foods that target the root causes of graying: mineral deficiency, hydrogen peroxide buildup, and oxidative stress. The first food is non-negotiable if you want color. It is the single most nutrient-dense food for your hair follicles, yet most of us have stopped eating it. We are talking about beef liver. While some might groan at the thought, it's crucial to understand the science behind its magic ingredient: copper. Your body cannot produce hair pigment without an enzyme called tyrosinase. Imagine tyrosinase as the factory worker on the assembly line who actually paints the hair shaft. But here's the catch. Tyrosinase is completely dependent on copper. If you don't have enough copper in your blood, the enzyme stops working. The worker walks off the job and the hair grows but comes out white. This isn't just theory. A pivotal study published in the journal Biological Trace Element Research looked specifically at the copper levels in hundreds of patients experiencing premature and senile gray, revealing a direct, statistically significant correlation between low serum copper levels and the severity of graying. The lower the copper, the whiter the hair. In our modern diet, we consume plenty of muscle meat like chicken breast or steak, but we rarely eat organ meats, which is where copper is abundantly stored. By skipping liver, we are effectively starving our pigment enzymes. Think of your hair follicle like a printer. You have plenty of paper, that's the hair growing, but you have run out of black ink. Beef liver is that ink cartridge. You don't need to eat a huge plate of it. In fact, you shouldn't because it is so potent. Just 4 ounces once a week provides a massive dose of bioavailable copper that your body recognizes and uses immediately. If you hate the taste, grind it up and mix it into a bolognese sauce or a meatloaf. The strong flavors of tomato and herbs will mask it, but your hair follicles will know the difference. Next on our list addresses the bleaching effect, a particularly important point for seniors. Did you know your body naturally produces hydrogen peroxide, the same stuff in the brown bottle used to bleach stains? As a metabolic byproduct, your cells make small amounts of it. When we are young, we produce an enzyme called Catalase that breaks this bleach down into harmless water and oxygen. But as we age, our Catalase production drops. The result is hydrogen peroxide building up in the hair shaft, literally bleaching your hair from the inside out. To fight this, we need to boost your catalase levels, and one of the best foods to help your body do that is almonds. Research from the University of Bradford in the United Kingdom, published in the FASEB journal, uncovered this mechanism, finding that senile graying is largely a result of this oxidative stress caused by hydrogen peroxide accumulation due to low catalase. Almonds are rich in copper and vitamin E, but critically they are a powerhouse of zinc and manganese, which are essential cofactors for your body to synthesize superoxide dismutase and catalase, the very enzymes that neutralize the bleach. Consider your hair currently under chemical attack. It's like washing your hair in bleach every morning from the inside. Almonds act as the neutralizer. Here's a pro tip: soak them. Seniors often have lower stomach acid, making raw nuts harder to digest. If you soak a handful of almonds in water overnight, you activate their enzymes and make the nutrients much easier for your body to absorb. Swap your afternoon cookies for soaked almonds, and you are actively scrubbing the bleach out of your follicles. Moving on, we have to talk about the fuel for your red blood cells. You cannot have healthy hair if you don't have healthy blood flow delivering oxygen to the scalp. This brings us to nutritional yeast, a favorite in the vegan community, but one that should be a staple in every senior's pantry because it targets vitamin B12. As we get older, our ability to absorb B12 from meat diminishes significantly because our stomachs produce less intrinsic factor, a protein needed for absorption. A deficiency in B12 is one of the leading causes of gray hair that doctors actually admit is reversible. When you are low on B12, your DNA production slows down and rapidly dividing cells like hair cells suffer first. A study in the Archives of Dermatology highlighted cases where correcting a vitamin B12 deficiency resulted in the repigmentation of hair, a profound finding where the color came back. Nutritional yeast is often fortified with B12 and has a savory, cheesy, nutty flavor, making it incredibly easy to use. You can sprinkle it on popcorn, stir it into soups, or toss it on roasted vegetables. Imagine your blood vessels as the highways delivering supplies to the construction site of your hair, and B12 is the fuel for the trucks. If the trucks run out of gas, construction stops, and the building materials, the pigment never arrive. 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast a day can ensure those trucks are running on a full tank. We've discussed building pigment and cleaning up internal bleach, but now we need to protect the cells from dying off. This is where fermented foods like sauerkraut or kimchi become essential, though often overlooked in hair health discussions. You can eat all the liver and almonds in the world, but if you can't absorb them, it means nothing. The connection between your gut and your hair is known as the gut-skin axis. As we age, our gut lining can become permeable, what we call leaky gut, and our microbiome diversity shrinks, leading to systemic inflammation. When your body is inflamed, it prioritizes survival over vanity, stopping nutrient delivery to your hair to save them for your heart and lungs. Furthermore, friendly bacteria in your gut are responsible for producing certain B vitamins, including biotin, which is essential for hair color and texture. A comprehensive review in the International Journal of Trichology noted that malabsorption syndromes are a frequent cause of hair hypopigmentation. If your gut isn't acidic enough, you cannot break down minerals like iron and copper effectively. Sauerkraut provides probiotics to heal the gut lining and lactic acid to help improve digestion. Think of your gut as the soil in a garden. If the soil is dry, cracked, and depleted, it doesn't matter what seeds you plant, nothing vibrant will grow. A tablespoon of sauerkraut with your dinner acts as a fertilizer, restoring the soil so your garden can bloom. It's a small addition with a massive payoff. Next, for protecting your hair's vibrant color, we need dark berries, specifically blackberries or blueberries. These fruits are loaded with antioxidants called anthocyanins, which give the berries their deep dark color. In nature, dark color often signals protection against UV radiation and stress, and it does the same for you every day. Stress, pollution, and sunlight create free radicals in your body, unstable molecules that tear apart your cells. Your pigment-producing cells, the melanocytes, are incredibly sensitive to this damage. A study in the Journal of Investigative Dermatology demonstrated that oxidative stress is a primary driver in the aging of the hair follicle melanocytes, showing that as antioxidant defenses crumble, the melanocytes undergo apoptosis or commit cell suicide. Once they are dead, the gray is permanent. The vitamin C and anthocyanins in blackberries neutralize these free radicals. Imagine vitamin C as a security guard standing outside the door of your pigment factory. When the vandals, the free radicals, try to break in and smash the machines, the security guard tackles them and throws them out. A cup of berries a day helps keep the factory safe. Finally, we arrive at black sesame seeds. a food stemming from ancient wisdom but backed by modern nutritional analysis. In traditional Chinese medicine, TCM, black sesame seeds have been the go-to remedy for gray hair for thousands of years, believed to nourish the liver and kidneys, which govern hair health. Modern science confirms that these tiny seeds are incredibly dense in iron, zinc, and healthy fats. Research published in the Journal of Drugs and Dermatology analyzed the role of micronutrients in hair disorders and reinforced that deficiencies in iron and zinc are frequently associated with pigment loss. Black sesame seeds provide a unique matrix of these minerals that is highly bioavailable. The dark pigment in the seeds themselves contains antioxidants that are thought to have an affinity for our own pigment systems. You can toast them lightly to release their oils and sprinkle them over your salads or stir-fries. They add a wonderful nutty crunch. Think of these seeds as tiny spare batteries for your hair follicles. If you keep the batteries charged with zinc and iron, the light of your hair color stays on. So, let's review your new approach for restoring your color. We have beef liver to provide the copper that flips the on switch for pigment. We have almonds to boost catalase and scrub away the internal bleach. We have nutritional yeast to ensure your B12 levels are high enough to support healthy blood and DNA. We have sauerkraut to heal your gut and ensure you are absorbing these vital nutrients. We have blackberries to shield your pigment cells from stress. And we have black sesame seeds to keep your mineral batteries charged. I want to be clear with you. This is a marathon, not a sprint. Hair grows slowly, about ½ an inch a month. You might not see the change at the ends of your hair for a while, but watch the roots. Stick with this protocol for at least 3 to 6 months. But more importantly, pay attention to how you feel. When you flood your body with these dense nutrients, you will feel your energy return, your brain fog lift, and your skin glow. The hair is just the visible bonus of a body that is healing. You have the power to influence how you age. It is not all up to fate. It is up to what you put on your fork. I want to hear from you now. Which of these changes feels the most doable for you? Are you willing to try the liver, or will you start with the berries and almonds? Leave a comment below with your commitment. When you write it down, you are more likely to do it. And please, if you found value in this video, like and subscribe, because your health is worth fighting for and we are in this fight together. Until next time, stay strong, stay healthy, and keep nourishing that beautiful life of yours.